Affixing is hard. I heard you guys loud and clear. So in today's video, I'm going to show you the easiest way to affix your weapon. Is it the most cost efficient? No. Is it the most fastest? No. But it is the easiest way to affix your weapon. Now, if you're new to the channel, I upload PSO2 content daily. So if you don't want to miss out on my super simplified guides, I would appreciate a subscribe. By the way, I will be uploading an affix guide for units in the next couple of days. So if you're planning to affix your armors, you may want to subscribe to the channel. Hello everyone, today we're going to be affixing my weapon and we're almost going to create the final product. But first of all, I want to explain what S.A.F stands for, which is Special Augment Factors. So you can see in my inventory over here that I've got a bunch of weapons and they're all plus 35 for a reason. Because for example, the Sager Javelin over here, if I go to confirm augment factor, you can see that this is a 100% chance to give me Might 5, which is plus 40 melee damage. Then we're going to go down. We've got a Raven Lance over here, which will give me Spirit 6, which will give me plus 7 PP. We go to the next weapon, which I have a Gix weapon. Over here, gives me Sentence Might, which is 20 melee power, as well as 4 PP. Then we've got my Sangay over here, also plus 35, and this will give me Flicked Armor, which is plus 3 PP, plus 20 melee damage. And last but not least, we've got my Ray Rifle over here, which of course will give me Astral Soul, which is everything plus 35, HP plus 35, and PP plus 5. Now for the people who are paying attention and watching the video, you may be looking at my Nemesis Cougars and going, Kero, why do you have two Nemesis Cougars? Why is one 6 socket and the other 7 socket? Well, I'm going to be doing something really stupid and really crazy, but I think you guys can learn something from this. So first of all, I'm going to be making my 6 affix weapon. So in order to do that, I'm just going to unlock all of these things over here, all the weapons that I'm going to be smashing into my Nemesis Cougar, which is going to be my main weapon over here. And we're going to come to Monica, we're going to talk to Monica, and then go to Affix Augment. Then we're going to select our base. So my base in this case is the plus 35 Nemesis Cougar over here, which has 6 affixes. It was originally 5 affixes. This was the original katana, which I used in all of my previous videos. However, I upslotted it to 6 sockets in order to make this monstrosity. So we're going to click on that. We're going to be like, yeah, it's locked. Don't worry about it. We're going to throw in our Sager Javelin. We're going to throw in our Raven Lance, our Gix weapon, our Sangay, as well as our Ray Rifle. Then we're going to click confirm. Over here, if you have an item, it may ask you if you want to use it. So in my case, I do have a Noble Might here, but I'm not going to be using it for this weapon. And right here, if it's 100%, you'll notice you've got this blue little square over here. And this is because of S.A.F, or a Special Augment Factor, which basically meant I got a weapon to plus 35. So it's 100% that I can take this skill. So you can see I got Might 5. I got Spirit 6, Astral Soul, Flicked Armor, Sentence Might, and I'm not taking Sovereign Ward. But I will be taking down here Arcs Max. So right here, we'll see that I will have Might 5, Spirit 6, Astral Soul, Flicked Armor, Sentence Might, and Arcs Max. And then I'm going to start Affix, and I'm going to slap in the 40%, so everything becomes 100%, and go yes. And boom, look at this monstrosity. This monstrosity has been created. We've got 140 melee power, we've got 19 PP, and a bunch of other stats. However, I'm not finished yet. So a lot of people will be like, Kero, your katana, you know, I could get better stats with 6 affixes, which you probably could. However, I'm lazy, I don't want to affix, so I just use S.A.Fs in order to guarantee to pick whatever the heck I want. There is a link in the description below which shows you all the different S.A.Fs you can get, so you'll know what items to buy. For example, to get Might 5, this weapon was very, very cheap, as well as the Flicked Armor and the Flicked Sentence. These two are also really, really cheap to get. So you might want to look into these if you want these onto your weapons. Remember, S.A.Fs only work for weapons at the moment, at the current state of the game. But I've dragged this out too long. What exactly am I talking about? What's my trump card? My trump card is right here at Transfer Augments. So what I'm going to be doing is I need to select my base item, which is the 7 affix Nemesis Cougar. I'm going to be yes. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be feeding this in. The Nemesis Cougar with the 6 affixes. I'm going to go yes. I'm going to put in a Noble Might. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you'll see that now I have 7 affixes. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to confirm. And here is where I'm stumped. Okay. I don't have 50 transfer passes yet. I currently have 26 because it is 7 affixes. I originally thought that I could get away with only having 25 because technically I'm only transferring 6 affixes plus Noble Might. But the game disagrees and says, no, sorry sir, that is 7 affixes. So I'm unable to put in Noble Might just yet. However, if I do manage to get Noble Might into that with the 7 affixes, that's another 30 melee power plus 3 PP. So if we look at my weapon right now, that's going to be 170 melee power and it's going to be 22 PP, which is absolutely insane. And this is what I've been working on for a very, very long time. Like, you know, not super long, like a week, okay? So I farmed everything myself, and then all of the weapons that you saw that I fed into this weapon to get all the S.A.Fs, I just did collection folder to upgrade all of them. So technically, if you don't count the time I actually spent farming for everything and leveling up all the weapons and all the headache and all the planning, I didn't spend that much Meseta to make this monstrosity. The only time that I actually did spend Meseta was actually buying the base gear. In order, for example, for Might 5, I needed the Sager weapon, which was like 500k. And then like my Raven weapon, I bought the cheapest Raven weapon, which was like 800k. The Astral Soul I got from the Ray weapon, which I used tokens to exchange for. Flicked armor you can actually get with photon boosters. So I had like thousands of them sitting around, so this was free. And then the Sentence Might was a Gix weapon, which I spent a little bit of money. I bought the cheapest one, but it was like 1 mil. And for Arcs Max, I only spent like 30k per Arcs Max, and I bought 3 of them. So 90k total. The reason why I was able to keep Arcs Max cost so low was because I bought 3 socket or 2 socket Arcs Max, and when I was upslotting my fodders, I upslotted with it. And thus, the total cost of this weapon right here, this Nemesis weapon with all 6 of these affixes, is only like 5 million. So it is not expensive at all. But then again, I did have a week to prepare everything, and I knew what I wanted to get and I knew what I wanted to go for in order to make this monstrosity. So now if we look at my stats, I currently have 3066 melee power unbuffed, as well as 190 PP. And this will only get higher when I put Noble Might on, or maybe I can put Elegant Might later down the line, where the melee power will go to 3100. You know, I'll try to round up to 3100, and my PP is going to be 193. And that's insane, because this is just from the weapon alone. I still have my units which I can affix. So my affixes on my units aren't very good, so I'm working on this. I'm farming a lot of Tokyo for Doombreak 3. And once I get my units done, my stats are gonna be unbelievably strong. But yeah, I'm just really proud of myself that I managed to finally get this weapon. It was a lot of work, a lot of hardship, but it was fun. It was very, very fun to have a goal to work towards. And the end product is definitely worth it. All I need to do now is just slowly play the game, farm up my wealth again, and wait till next month. Then I'll be able to get 24 more of those tickets, and then I will be able to complete my weapon and finally get the final product with 7 affixes on the weapon. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.
Can I say except you're welcome?